28 degrees in Jacksonville. Your morning coffee might be warmer than your entire city right now. How is your region handling what's shaping up to be one of the most volatile weather weeks we've seen this winter? Because right now, as I am looking at these models, we have 17 states dealing with temperatures at least 20 degrees below where they should be for early February, and that number is about to change dramatically in ways that are going to catch a lot of people off guard. Here's what I need from you immediately in the comments. Drop your city and state. I am going through every single comment tonight to give you personalized forecasts for tomorrow's video. And with the way these patterns are shifting, your specific location is going to determine whether you are digging out snow or watching ice coat everything you own. Within the next 60 seconds, I am going to give you exact timing for Boston, Chicago, Atlanta, Denver, and Seattle, because those 5 cities represent 5 completely different stories unfolding this week. Boston, you're sitting at 19 degrees right now, but by Wednesday afternoon, you are climbing back to 37. Dawn T, get comfortable. By Saturday morning, you could be looking at single digits again with a snow system that the models are disagreeing about in a major way. Chicago, 21 right now, and you are actually going to see a brief warm-up to 42 on Tuesday before another system drops you back to the teens by Thursday. Atlanta, you are at 31 this morning, which is frankly ridiculous for you, but you are headed to 56 by Tuesday afternoon. Here's the thing, though. There's a possibility of another cold shot by next weekend that could bring temperatures back down into the 20s. Denver, you are the outlier here, sitting pretty at 43 right now and climbing to 58 by midweek. You are actually going to stay relatively mild. Seattle, 46 and rainy, and you are going to hover in that 40 to 50 degree range all week while the eastern 2/3 of the country deals with temperature swings that are, quite honestly, exhausting to track. Now, let me tell you what's happening in the atmosphere that is causing all of this chaos. We have a jet stream configuration right now that's basically pinning Arctic air over the eastern United States. Picture a massive dip, a trough in meteorological terms, stretching from the Great Lakes all the way down to the Florida Peninsula. That's why Jacksonville is at 28 degrees. That's why Miami hit 41 this morning, their coldest temperature in 3 years. But over the next 48 to 72 hours, that trough is going to flatten out, and we are going to transition to what's called a zonal flow. That's a flatter jet stream pattern that typically means less extreme temperatures and fewer major storms. Typically, but there's a complication coming, and I'll get to that around the 12-minute mark because it involves 2 different weather systems that could merge in a way that brings significant snow to places that haven't seen much this season. Let me work through temperatures for today because understanding where you are starting from is going to help you grasp how dramatic these changes are going to be. Buffalo, you at 14 degrees right now with a wind chill of -8. Syracuse, 12 degrees, wind chill -12. Pittsburgh, 23 degrees. Columbus, Ohio, 18 degrees. Indianapolis, 15 degrees. Detroit, 13 degrees with wind chills approaching -10. Milwaukee, 9 degrees. Minneapolis, -2 with a wind chill of -23, which is legitimately dangerous if you're going to be outside for more than 10 minutes. Heading south, Louisville, you are at 26 degrees. Nashville, 28 degrees. Memphis, 31 degrees. Birmingham, 33 degrees. Jackson, Mississippi, 34 degrees. New Orleans, you are at 39, which is cold for you, but you are actually one of the warmer spots along the Gulf Coast right now. Mobile, 37 degrees. Pensacola, 35 degrees. Tallahassee, 32 degrees, which means you rewrite it freezing. Orlando, 42 degrees. Tampa, 45 degrees. Miami, like I mentioned, 41 degrees. Now let's go west. St. Louis, you are at 20 degrees. Kansas City, 18 degrees. Omaha, 11 degrees. Des Moines, 7 degrees. Sioux Falls, -1 degree. Fargo, you are at -11 degrees this morning with a wind chill of -31. That is the kind of cold where exposed skin can develop frostbite in under 10 minutes. Bismarck, -8 degrees. Out in the Rockies and west, things are completely different. Salt Lake City, 38 degrees. Boise, 41 degrees. Phoenix, 57 degrees, and you are headed to 74 this afternoon. Las Vegas, 52 degrees, climbing to 68. Los Angeles, 55 degrees. San Francisco, 52 degrees. Portland, 45 degrees, and rainy. Here's what I want you to understand about tomorrow. The Northeast is going to remain cold, but not quite as brutally cold as this morning. We're talking about highs in the upper 20s to mid-30s for most areas. Philadelphia, you will hit 34 degrees, New York City, 33 degrees, Hartford, 29 degrees, Providence, 31 degrees. But Tuesday is when things start to moderate more noticeably, and I need you to hear this because it's important for planning. This warm-up is temporary, very temporary. Tuesday's highs are going to feel almost spring, like if you were in the South. Atlanta, 56 degrees, like I mentioned earlier. Charlotte, you are going up to 53 degrees, which will help melt some of that snow you got from the weekend storm. Raleigh, 51 degrees. Richmond, 47 degrees. Washington, D.C., 44 degrees. Baltimore, 42 degrees. Even up in New York City, you're going to climb to 40 degrees on Tuesday, which after what you've been dealing with is going to feel remarkably mild. But here is where we need to talk about Wednesday, and this is the first of those complications I mentioned. The European model and the GFS model, those are our two primary global forecast models. They re-showing two different scenarios for Wednesday into Thursday. The European has a weak low-pressure system developing in the Ohio Valley that stays weak and brings maybe 1 to 3 inches of snow to parts of Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and Kentucky. Just nuisance snow, really. Nothing that's going to shut anything down. The GFS has that same system, but it's showing it tracking a bit further south and potentially tapping into some moisture that could bring 2 to 4 inches to areas around Cincinnati, Louisville, and even into West Virginia. Neither scenario is particularly concerning, but the difference matters if you are trying to plan travel for Wednesday night or Thursday morning. By tomorrow as forecast, we should have better agreement between these models. I need you to come back for that, because right now I can tell you with confidence whether Indianapolis is looking at 2 inches or 5 inches Wednesday night. Let me give you some more cities for Tuesday's warm-up because this might be your last comfortable day for a while. Memphis, you are going to 59 degrees. Little Rock, 61 degrees. Shreveport, 63 degrees. Dallas, 67 degrees. Houston, you are going up to 71 degrees. San Antonio, 74 degrees. Oklahoma City, 58 degrees. Tulsa, 56 degrees. Wichita, 53 degrees. The Midwest on Tuesday, Chicago, 42 degrees. Detroit, 39 degrees. Cleveland, 38 degrees. Toledo, 37 degrees. Grand Rapids, 36 degrees. Milwaukee, 38 degrees. Madison, 37 degrees. Minneapolis, you're only getting to 28 degrees, so you are not participating in this warm-up quite as much. Now, around the 5-minute mark, I want to remind you about comments. If you haven't dropped your city yet, please do it now. I'm seeing this pattern evolve in real time, and the forecast for Friday through next Tuesday is going to vary dramatically depending on where you are. Some of you are going to be dealing with heavy snow. Some of you are going to be dealing with brutal cold without much snow. Some of you in the South are going to have a relatively quiet week after Tuesday. Your location determines your story, and I want to make sure I am addressing your specific situation in tomorrow's video. Let me talk about what happens Thursday and Friday, because this is where things get interesting in a way that nobody else really talking about yet. We were going to have two separate weather systems, both Alberta Clippers coming out of Canada. These are fast-moving systems that typically produce huge snow amounts, but they re-efficient snow producers. They can drop 3 to 6 inches in a matter of 6 to 8 hours and then move on. The first one is going to move through the northern plains Wednesday night into Thursday. Fargo, you could see 3 to 5 inches. Sioux Falls, 2 to 4 inches. Minneapolis, 3 to 6 inches. And this is the kind of snow that's going to be very light and fluffy because it's going to be falling when temperatures are in the teens. That means it's going to blow around easily. Visibility could be a real issue Thursday morning. The second Clipper system is going to follow on Friday, and here's where we have to watch carefully. If these two systems phase together, meaning they combine their energy, we could end up with a more significant snow event stretching from Iowa all the way through Michigan and into New York and Pennsylvania. If they don't phase, if they stay separate, then we're re-looking at two lighter snow events instead of one moderate to heavy one. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you which one is going to happen because honestly, we want to know until we see Thursday morning as model runs. This is one of those situations where I need you checking back Friday morning because the forecast could change significantly between now and then. Let me give you Friday's potential snow amounts based on what I am seeing right now, with the understanding that these could change. Madison, Wisconsin, 4 to 7 inches if the phasing occurs, 2 to 4 if it doesn't. Green Bay, 5 to 8 inches versus 3 to 5. Marquette in the Upper Peninsula, 6 to 10 inches versus 4 to 6. Milwaukee, 3 to 6 inches versus 1 to 3. Chicago, you are on the southern edge of this, so you are looking at 1 to 3 inches in the phasing scenario, maybe just a coating to an inch if it stays separate. Moving east, Grand Rapids, 4 to 7 inches or 2 to 4. Detroit, 3 to 5 inches or 1 to 3. Toledo, 2 to 4 inches or 1 to 2. Cleveland, 3 to 6 inches or 2 to 4. Erie, Pennsylvania, you could see 5 to 9 inches because of lake effect enhancement or 3 to 6 without the phasing. Buffalo, similar story, 4 to 8 inches or 2 to 5. Syracuse, 3 to 6 inches potentially. Rochester, 4 to 7 inches. Binghamton, 3 to 5 inches. Scranton, 2 to 4 inches. Now, if this system phases and gets stronger, it could pull far enough south to bring snow to Harrisburg, 2 to 4 inches. State College could see 3 to 6 inches. Even Pittsburgh might get 1 to 3 inches on the northern edge. But here's what concerns me more than the snow totals: the cold air that is going to follow this system. By Saturday morning, we are looking at single-digit lows across a huge portion of the Northeast and Midwest. Minneapolis, -8 degrees, Madison, 4 degrees, Chicago, 8 degrees, Detroit, 6 degrees, Cleveland, 9 degrees, Buffalo, 7 degrees, Syracuse, 5 degrees, Burlington, Vermont, 2 degrees, Albany, 6 degrees. Even New York City could drop to 18 degrees Saturday morning with wind chills in the single digits. And this cold air isn't just passing through. The pattern we are setting up is going to lock in below average temperatures across the eastern United States for at least 7 to 10 days beyond this weekend. I am looking at the extended models, and they consistently showing a ridge building over the western United States and a trough digging into the eastern United States. That's the pattern we had in December. That is the pattern that brings repeated shots of cold air and opportunities for snow. Let me give you a broader picture of what next week looks like right now, acknowledging that anything beyond 5 days has considerable uncertainty. Monday, February 10th. The Northeast stays cold. Boston, you might only get to 26 degrees. New York City, 29 degrees. Philadelphia, 31 degrees. The Midwest moderates slightly. Chicago, you could be up to 32 degrees, but another system might be approaching from the west. The models are hinting at something developing in the Central Plains by Tuesday the 11th that could bring snow to Kansas City, St. Louis, Indianapolis, and Columbus by Wednesday the 12th. But that's still 8 days away, and the confidence level on that is maybe 40% right now. What I am more confident about is the ongoing cold pattern. Let me walk through what the temperature departures from average look like. Today, we have departures of 20 to 35 degrees below average across the southeast and mid-Atlantic. That's extreme. Tomorrow, those departures moderate to 10 to 20 degrees below average. Tuesday, we closer to average, maybe even slightly above average in some spots. But Wednesday, we start to dip back below average. Thursday and Friday, we 10 to 20 degrees below average again across the Great Lakes and Northeast. And Saturday through the following Tuesday, we looking at 15 to 25 degrees below average across a broad area from the Dakotas all the way through Maine. Now, let me get specific with more cities because I know I've been focusing heavily on the same regions. Out west, you've got a completely different story. Spokane, you're at 36 degrees today, going to 41 tomorrow, 44 Tuesday, 43 Wednesday. You're actually going to have a pleasant week. Boise, 41 today, 46 tomorrow, 50 Tuesday, 49 Wednesday. Salt Lake City, 38 today, climbing to 47 tomorrow, 51 Tuesday, 49 Wednesday. You're in that ridge I mentioned, and it's keeping you mild and dry. Southwest. Albuquerque, you are at 39 degrees today, going to 54 tomorrow, 58 Tuesday, 56 Wednesday. Tucson, 53 today, 68 tomorrow, 71 Tuesday, 70 Wednesday. You looking at beautiful weather. El Paso, 49 today, 63 tomorrow, 67 Tuesday, 66 Wednesday. Texas needs its own section because you've got variety. Amarillo, you are at 34 degrees today, going to 52 tomorrow, but then you drop back to 40 Wednesday and 38 Thursday as another cold front approaches. Lubbock, 37 today, 55 tomorrow, 43 Wednesday, 40 Thursday. Abilene, 41 today, 59 tomorrow, 48 Wednesday, 45 Thursday. Midland, 43 today, 61 tomorrow, 50 Wednesday, 47 Thursday. Dallas-Fort Worth, I mentioned you are at 67 tomorrow, but Wednesday you drop to 54, Thursday to 50, and Friday you could be down to 43 with rain potentially mixing with or changing to snow Thursday night. Now, I am not forecasting snow for Dallas right now because the models are split on whether that cold air arrives fast enough, but it's something to watch. Austin, you are at 70 tomorrow, 62 Wednesday, 56 Thursday, 52 Friday. Houston, 71 tomorrow, 68. Wednesday, 62 Thursday, 58 Friday. Louisiana, Baton Rouge, 68 tomorrow, 64 Wednesday, 58 Thursday, 54 Friday. Lafayette, 69 tomorrow, 65 Wednesday, 59 Thursday, 55 Friday. Arkansas, Fort Smith, 60 tomorrow, 52 Wednesday, 46 Thursday, 43 Friday. Jonesboro, 57 tomorrow, 48 Wednesday, 42 Thursday, 39 Friday. Tennessee, Knoxville, 49 tomorrow, 46 Wednesday, 41 Thursday, 38 Friday. Chattanooga, 51 tomorrow, 48 Wednesday, 43 Thursday, 40 Friday. Clarksville, 54 tomorrow, 48 Wednesday, 42 Thursday, 39 Friday. Kentucky, Lexington, 44 tomorrow, 41 Wednesday, with possible light snow Wednesday night, 36 Thursday, 34 Friday. Bowling Green, 49 tomorrow, 45 Wednesday, 40 Thursday, 38 Friday. Paducah, 52 tomorrow, 46 Wednesday, 41 Thursday, 38 Friday. The Carolinas are particularly interesting this week because you just dealt with that major snowstorm, and now you are going to see temperatures rise enough to melt most of that snow by Wednesday, but there's a chance of another light snow event Wednesday night into Thursday. Greensboro, you are going to 50 tomorrow, 53 Tuesday, 49 Wednesday, and then potentially some snow Wednesday night that could add another inch or two. It wouldn't be heavy, but it would slow down the melting process. Winston-Salem, similar forecast. Asheville, you're going to 45 tomorrow, 48 Tuesday, 44 Wednesday, and you might see some snow Wednesday night into Thursday as well, maybe 1 to 3 inches in the higher elevations. Raleigh, 51 tomorrow, 53 Tuesday, 49 Wednesday, and you are on the eastern edge of that potential Wednesday night system, so maybe just flurries to an inch. Wilmington, 53 tomorrow, 55 Tuesday, 51 Wednesday, and you are probably too far east to see anything from that system. Charlotte, 53 tomorrow, 55 Tuesday, 51 Wednesday, and you could see 1 to 2 inches Wednesday night. Greenville, South Carolina, 51 tomorrow, 53 Tuesday, 49 Wednesday, possible light snow Wednesday night. Columbia, 54 tomorrow, 56 Tuesday, 52 Wednesday, possible light snow Wednesday night. Charleston, you are at 57 tomorrow, 59 Tuesday, 55 Wednesday, and you stay too far south and east for snow. Georgia, Savannah, 59 tomorrow, 61 Tuesday, 57 Wednesday. Augusta, 55 tomorrow, 57 Tuesday, 53 Wednesday. Macon, 56 tomorrow, 58 Tuesday, 54 Wednesday. Columbus, 57 tomorrow, 59 Tuesday, 55 Wednesday. Now, I need to be straight with you about something. We were about halfway through this forecast, and I've given you a lot of specific numbers. Some of those numbers are going to verify almost exactly. Some of them are going to be off by 5 to 8 degrees because that's just the nature of forecasting. What I'm more confident about is the pattern. Temporary warm-up Tuesday, gradual cooling Wednesday and Thursday, another cold blast this weekend, and continued below average temperatures into next week. The specifics of which cities get how much snow and exactly what the low temperature is Saturday morning, those details are going to firm up over the next 24 to 48 hours. That's why I keep emphasizing, come back tomorrow. The story is evolving. Let me continue with more cities. Florida, you are coming out of that deep freeze. Jacksonville, you are at 28 this morning, climbing to 52 tomorrow, 56 Tuesday. Gainesville, 32 this morning, 55 tomorrow, 59 Tuesday. Daytona Beach, 38 this morning, 57 tomorrow, 61 Tuesday. Melbourne, 40 this morning, 60 tomorrow, 64 Tuesday. Fort Myers, 44 this morning, 64 tomorrow, 68 Tuesday. Naples, 46 this morning, 66 tomorrow, 70 Tuesday. Key West, you barely even noticed this cold snap. 62 this morning, 72 tomorrow, 74 Tuesday. Alabama, Huntsville, 36 this morning, 50 tomorrow, 53 Tuesday. And you might see some light snow Wednesday night, similar to what I mentioned for Tennessee and Kentucky. Florence, 37 this morning, 51 tomorrow, 54 Tuesday. Montgomery, 40 this morning, 58 tomorrow, 61 Tuesday. Tuscaloosa, 38 this morning, 55 tomorrow, 58 Tuesday. Dothan, 42 this morning, 59 tomorrow, 62 Tuesday. Mississippi, beyond what I mentioned. Tupelo, 36 this morning, 54 tomorrow, 56 Tuesday. Meridian 38 this morning, 57 tomorrow, 59 Tuesday. Hattiesburg 40 this morning, 59 tomorrow, 62 Tuesday. Biloxi 41 this morning, 60 tomorrow, 63 Tuesday. Up in the Ohio Valley, you've got some snow chances Wednesday night that I mentioned. Cincinnati, you are at 23 this morning, 40 tomorrow, 43 Tuesday, 38 Wednesday, with snow possible Wednesday night into Thursday, maybe 2 to 4 inches. Dayton 21 this morning, 39 tomorrow, 42 Tuesday, 37 Wednesday, with snow possible Wednesday night, 2 to 3 inches. Akron, 18 this morning, 36 tomorrow, 39 Tuesday, 35 Wednesday, with snow possible Wednesday night, 2 to 4 inches. West Virginia, Charleston, 29 this morning, 45 tomorrow, 48 Tuesday, 43 Wednesday, with snow possible Wednesday night into Thursday, maybe 3 to 5 inches. Morgantown, 24 this morning, 39 tomorrow, 42 Tuesday, 37 Wednesday, with snow possible Wednesday night, 3 to 6 inches, because you'll be in the heart of that system if it develops. Martinsburg, 26 this morning, 40 tomorrow, 43 Tuesday, 39 Wednesday. Virginia. Norfolk, 34 this morning, 49 tomorrow, 52 Tuesday, 48 Wednesday. Virginia Beach, 35 this morning, 50 tomorrow, 53 Tuesday, 49 Wednesday. Roanoke, 28 this morning, 46 tomorrow, 49 Tuesday, 45 Wednesday, with possible light snow Wednesday night. Lynchburg, 29 this morning, 47 tomorrow, 50 Tuesday, 46 Wednesday, with possible light snow Wednesday night. Charlottesville, 30 this morning, 45 tomorrow, 48 Tuesday, 44 Wednesday, with possible light snow Wednesday night. Maryland and Delaware. Salisbury, 31 this morning, 44 tomorrow, 47 Tuesday, 43 Wednesday, with possible snow Wednesday night into Thursday, maybe 1 to 3 inches. Dover, Delaware, 30 this morning, 42 tomorrow, 45 Tuesday, 41 Wednesday, with possible snow Wednesday night, 1 to 3 inches. Frederick, Maryland, 27 this morning, 40 tomorrow, 43 Tuesday, 39 Wednesday, with possible snow Wednesday night, 2 to 4 inches. Hagerstown, 26 this morning, 39 tomorrow, 42. Tuesday, 38 Wednesday, with possible snow Wednesday night, 2 to 4 inches. Pennsylvania, beyond what I mentioned. Allentown, 25 this morning, 36 tomorrow, 39 Tuesday, 35 Wednesday. Reading, 27 this morning, 38 tomorrow, 41 Tuesday, 37 Wednesday. York, 28 this morning, 39 tomorrow, 42 Tuesday, 38 Wednesday. Williamsport, 23 this morning, 34 tomorrow, 37 Tuesday, 33 Wednesday. New Jersey, Trenton, 29 this morning, 39 tomorrow, 42 Tuesday, 38 Wednesday, with possible light snow Wednesday night. Atlantic City, 32 this morning, 41 tomorrow, 44 Tuesday, 40 Wednesday. Newark, 28 this morning, 37 tomorrow, 40 Tuesday, 36 Wednesday. New York, beyond what I mentioned. Poughkeepsie, 24 this morning, 33 tomorrow, 36 Tuesday, 32 Wednesday. Kingston, 23 this morning, 32 tomorrow, 35 Tuesday, 31 Wednesday. Ithaca, 18 this morning, 29 tomorrow, 32 Tuesday, 28 Wednesday. Elmira, 19 this morning, 30 tomorrow, 33 Tuesday, 29 Wednesday. Watertown, 12 this morning, 24 tomorrow, 27 Tuesday, 23 Wednesday. Connecticut, New Haven, 26 this morning, 34 tomorrow, 37 Tuesday, 33 Wednesday. Bridgeport, 27 this morning, 35 tomorrow, 38 Tuesday, 34 Wednesday. Waterbury, 24 this morning, 32 tomorrow, 35 Tuesday, 31 Wednesday. Rhode Island. Warwick, 28 this morning, 33 tomorrow, 36 Tuesday, 32 Wednesday. Cranston, 27 this morning, 32 tomorrow, 35 Tuesday, 31 Wednesday. Massachusetts. Springfield, 22 this morning, 30 tomorrow, 33 Tuesday, 29 Wednesday. Worcester, 20 this morning, 28 tomorrow, 31 Tuesday, 27 Wednesday. Lowell, 21 this morning, 29 tomorrow, 32 Tuesday, 28 Wednesday. Brockton, 23 this morning, 31 tomorrow, 34 Tuesday, 30 Wednesday. Vermont. Rutland, 15 this morning, 26 tomorrow, 29 Tuesday, 25 Wednesday. Montpelier, 12 this morning, 23 tomorrow, 26 Tuesday, 22 Wednesday. Bennington, 17 this morning, 28 tomorrow, 31 Tuesday, 27 Wednesday. New Hampshire. Manchester, 18 this morning, 27 tomorrow, 30 Tuesday, 26 Wednesday. Nashua, 19 this morning, 28 tomorrow, 31 Tuesday, 27 Wednesday. Concord, 16 this morning, 25 tomorrow, 28 Tuesday, 24 Wednesday. Maine. Portland, 17 this morning, 26 tomorrow, 29. Tuesday, 25 Wednesday, Lewiston, 15 this morning, 24 tomorrow, 27 Tuesday, 23 Wednesday. Bangor, 10 this morning, 20 tomorrow, 23 Tuesday, 19 Wednesday. Augusta, 13 this morning, 22 tomorrow, 25 Tuesday, 21 Wednesday. Now, I mentioned earlier that there's something happening in the stratosphere that could have major implications for the second half of February, and I want to take a minute to explain this because it has important context for why this pattern might persist. The polar vortex, which is a large area of low pressure and cold air that sits over the Arctic, is showing signs of disruption. There's what's called a sudden stratospheric warming event that appears to be developing. Without getting too technical, this happens when the stratosphere, which is the layer of atmosphere above where our weather occurs, suddenly warms up. This can cause the polar vortex to weaken, stretch, or even split into multiple parts. When that happens, pieces of the polar vortex can break off and drift south, bringing extended periods of very cold air to the mid-latitudes, which is where most of the United States is located. We saw this happen in February 2021, and it led to that catastrophic cold outbreak in Texas and across the South. Now, I am not forecasting another event like that. I don't want to scare anyone. But what I am saying is that the pattern we are in right now with repeated cold shots could persist or even intensify during the second and third weeks of February. The models are showing this stratospheric warming event occurring around February 8th through 12th. If it happens, we typically see the impacts in the troposphere where our weather occurs about 1 to 2 weeks later. That would put us in the February 15th through 25th timeframe for potentially significant cold outbreaks. But here's the thing. Stratospheric events always translate to major surface weather impacts. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. We'll be monitoring this closely, and I'll keep you updated as we get better data. What I can tell you with more certainty is that February climatologically favors cold and snow for much of the eastern United States. We in the heart of winter. The pattern we in supports that. And whether or not this stratospheric event pans out, we likely going to see continued below average temperatures and multiple snow chances through at least the third week of February. Let me talk about the weekend in more detail because I've given you Saturday morning lows, but I haven't talked much about what's happening beyond that. Saturday afternoon, despite the cold morning, we should see some moderation. Boston, you might get up to 28 degrees. New York City, 31 degrees. Philadelphia, 33 degrees. But Sunday morning, we drop right back down. Boston, possibly 12 degrees. New York City, 16 degrees. Philadelphia, 19 degrees. That is with a storm system that could be forming just off the New England coast Saturday night into Sunday. Now, coastal storms are notoriously difficult to forecast more than 3 days out. The difference between a storm that stays 100 miles offshore and brings just some ocean effect snow to Cape Cod versus a storm that comes closer to the coast and brings 6 to 12 inches to Boston, Providence, and Portland, that difference can come down to subtle shifts in the atmospheric pattern. Right now, the models are split. The European keeps this system further offshore. The GFS brings it a bit closer. By Wednesday's forecast, we should have better clarity. If you in New England, this is something you need to be checking on daily because it could go from a non-event to a significant event based on small changes in the forecast. What about snow totals for the weekend beyond what I mentioned for Friday? If that coastal storm develops and tracks close enough, we could be talking about 6 to 12 inches for coastal Maine, 4 to 8 inches for interior New England, maybe 2 to 4 inches for Cape Cod and the islands. But again, that's if it tracks close. If it stays offshore, those numbers drop to 1 to 3 inches for coastal areas and nothing for interior sections. I want to loop back to the Central Plains and Midwest for the weekend because I focused so much on the East. Fargo, after your snow Thursday, you looking at high temperatures only in the low teens Friday and Saturday. -12 Friday, -8 Saturday. Bismarck, similar story, -10 Friday, -6 Saturday. Sioux Falls, 6 degrees Friday, 10 degrees Saturday. Minneapolis, 12 degrees Friday, 16 degrees Saturday. That with wind chills potentially reaching -25 to -35 across the northern plains Friday morning. If you have to be outside, you need to be prepared. That dangerous cold. One city I haven't mentioned much is Kansas City, and you've got an interesting week. You are at 18 degrees this morning, climbing to 50 tomorrow, 54 Tuesday. Wednesday, you drop to 46, Thursday to 41, Friday to 36. There's a possibility of some snow Friday night into Saturday, maybe 1 to 3 inches, but that still uncertain. Then Saturday, your high only reaches 28 degrees, Sunday 26 degrees. You're going to feel that Arctic blast, just like everyone else in the eastern two-thirds of the country. St. Louis, similar pattern, 20 degrees this morning, 49 tomorrow, 52 Tuesday, 44 Wednesday, 39 Thursday, 35 Friday. Potential for snow Friday night into Saturday, 2 to 4 inches possible, then highs in the upper 20s Saturday and Sunday. Des Moines, 7 degrees this morning, 36 tomorrow, 39 Tuesday, 32 Wednesday, 28 Thursday, 24 Friday, with snow likely Thursday night into Friday, 3 to 6 inches possible, then highs in the low 20s Saturday and Sunday. Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 9 degrees this morning, 37 tomorrow, 40 Tuesday, 33 Wednesday, 29. Thursday, 25 Friday, with snow likely Thursday night into Friday, 3 to 6 inches, then highs in the low 20s Saturday and Sunday. Dubuque, 8 degrees this morning, 34 tomorrow, 37 Tuesday, 30 Wednesday, 26 Thursday, 22 Friday, with snow likely Friday, 4 to 7 inches possible, then highs in the upper teens Saturday and Sunday. Rockford, Illinois, 12 degrees this morning, 38 tomorrow, 41 Tuesday, 35 Wednesday, 31 Thursday, 27 Friday, with snow possible Friday, 2 to 5 inches, then highs in the mid-20s Saturday and Sunday. Peoria, 16 degrees this morning, 40 tomorrow, 43 Tuesday, 37 Wednesday, 33 Thursday, 29 Friday, with snow possible Thursday night into Friday, 2 to 4 inches, then highs in the upper 20s Saturday and Sunday. Now, I need to talk about ice because while I've focused heavily on snow and cold, there's a potential ice scenario for parts of the mid-Atlantic Wednesday night into Thursday that I haven't fully addressed. If that weak low-pressure system I mentioned develops and tracks in a certain way, we could have a situation where cold air is locked in at the surface in places like the Shenandoah Valley, parts of West Virginia, western Maryland, and south-central Pennsylvania, while warmer air moves in aloft. That's the classic setup for freezing rain. Right now, the models aren't showing a major ice event, but they are hinting at the possibility of light freezing rain mixing with or changing to snow Wednesday night into Thursday morning for places like Winchester, Virginia, Hagerstown, Maryland, Martinsburg, West Virginia, and possibly even State College, Pennsylvania. We are not talking about a catastrophic ice storm, but even a light glaze of ice can make roads treacherous. This is another detail that's going to become clearer in the next 24 to 48 hours. If you are in these areas, pay attention to updated forecasts Wednesday morning. Let me get to some cities I haven't covered yet. Missouri. Springfield, you are at 28 this morning, 50 tomorrow, 54 Tuesday, 46 Wednesday, 40 Thursday, 36 Friday with possible snow. Friday night, 1 to 3 inches. Columbia, 24 this morning, 47 tomorrow, 50 Tuesday, 42 Wednesday, 37 Thursday, 33 Friday. Cape Girardeau, 30 this morning, 51 tomorrow, 54 Tuesday, 46 Wednesday, 41 Thursday, 37 Friday. Illinois beyond Chicago, Decatur, 18 this morning, 42 tomorrow, 45 Tuesday, 39 Wednesday, 35 Thursday, 31 Friday. Champaign, 17 this morning, 41 tomorrow, 44 Tuesday, 38 Wednesday, 34 Thursday, 30 Friday. Quincy, 22 this morning, 45 tomorrow, 48 Tuesday, 40 Wednesday, 36 Thursday, 32 Friday. Indiana beyond Indianapolis. Fort Wayne, 16 this morning, 38 tomorrow, 41 Tuesday, 35 Wednesday with possible snow Wednesday night, 31 Thursday, 27 Friday. Evansville, 28 this morning, 48 tomorrow, 51 Tuesday, 44 Wednesday, 39 Thursday, 35 Friday. South Bend, 14 this morning, 36 tomorrow, 39 Tuesday, 33 Wednesday with possible snow. Wednesday night, 29 Thursday, 25 Friday with additional snow possible Friday, 3 to 6 inches. Michigan beyond Detroit, Lansing, 11 this morning, 34 tomorrow, 37 Tuesday, 31 Wednesday, 27 Thursday, 23 Friday with snow likely Friday, 4 to 7 inches. Kalamazoo, 13 this morning, 36 tomorrow, 39 Tuesday, 33 Wednesday, 29 Thursday, 25 Friday with snow likely Friday, 3 to 6 inches. Saginaw, 10 this morning, 33 tomorrow, 36 Tuesday, 30 Wednesday, 26 Thursday, 22 Friday, with snow likely Friday, 4 to 7 inches. Traverse City, 8 this morning, 29 tomorrow, 32 Tuesday, 26 Wednesday, 22 Thursday, 18 Friday, with snow likely Friday into Saturday, 5 to 9 inches. Wisconsin, beyond what I mentioned. La Crosse, 7 degrees this morning, 35 tomorrow, 38 Tuesday, 32 Wednesday, 28 Thursday, 24 Friday, with snow likely Friday, 4 to 8 inches. Eau Claire, 5 degrees this morning, 33 tomorrow, 36 Tuesday, 30 Wednesday, 26 Thursday, 22 Friday, with snow likely Friday, 5 to 9 inches. Wausau, 3 degrees this morning, 30 tomorrow, 33 Tuesday, 27 Wednesday, 23 Thursday, 19 Friday, with snow likely Friday, 5 to 10 inches. Appleton, 6 degrees this morning, 32 tomorrow, 35 Tuesday, 29 Wednesday, 25 Thursday, 21 Friday, with snow likely Friday, 4 to 8 inches. I realize we are approaching the 23-minute mark, and I want to make sure I address the comment section one more time. If you've made it this far in the video, I genuinely appreciate you sticking with me through all these details. The reason I go city by city like this is because weather is inherently local. A forecast that perfect for Chicago might be completely wrong for Milwaukee just 90 miles north. Your specific location matters. So please, if you haven't already, drop your city in the comments. I am going to spend tonight going through every single comment and making notes for tomorrow's forecast. If you want personalized information for your area, that is how you get it. Looking ahead to next week, beyond what I've already mentioned, there is increasing model support for another storm system around February 10th or 11th. This one could affect the Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and Northeast. But we're talking about something that is 8 or 9 days away, and the confidence level is low. What I can tell you is that the pattern supports continued storm chances. We're not going into a prolonged quiet period. If you retired of checking the forecast every day, I am sorry, but that is going to continue to be necessary for at least another 2 weeks. The extended European model is showing below average temperatures persisting across the eastern United States all the way through February 20th. That is still 2.5 weeks away, so take it with appropriate uncertainty, but the signal is there. Multiple ensemble members, which are slightly different versions of the same model that help us understand forecast uncertainty, are showing this pattern. It's not just one model run. There is consistency in the guidance suggesting we re-locked into this for a while. For the West Coast, you are going to continue to see generally mild and dry conditions. That ridge I mentioned is going to persist. Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego, you're all looking at near to above average temperatures and below average precipitation through at least the middle of February. That is good news for you, but it is contributing to ongoing drought concerns in California. That's a whole different discussion, but it is worth noting. Let me wrap up with a summary, but I want to do this in a natural way, not a bulleted recap. Here is where we are. Today, extreme cold is going to gradually moderate over the next 36 to 48 hours. Tuesday is going to feel relatively comfortable for most areas, especially if you are in the south where temperatures will be 10 to 20 degrees above average. But starting Wednesday, we begin another cooling trend. Wednesday night into Thursday brings a weak snow system to the Ohio Valley and possibly the Mid-Atlantic with generally light accumulations, 1 to 4 inches for most areas that see snow, with the potential for some light ice mixing in for parts of the central Appalachians. Thursday night into Friday and Saturday, we have a more significant snow potential for the upper Midwest, Great Lakes, and Northeast. This is where we could see 4 to 10 inches in some locations, particularly the northern half of this region. Behind that system, brutally cold air arrives for the weekend. Saturday morning lows could be in the single digits or below zero for a huge portion of the country from the Dakotas through the Great Lakes and into northern New England. That cold air lingers into next week. There is also a potential coastal storm for New England this weekend that could bring additional significant snow to that region, but that forecast is still uncertain. And looking further ahead, the pattern continues to support below average temperatures and multiple storm chances through at least the third week of February, with the possibility of a significant cold outbreak during that time frame related to polar vortex disruption. Now here is what I need you to understand about forecast uncertainty. Everything I have told you about tomorrow and Tuesday is very high confidence. I'd put that at 90 to 95% confidence. Wednesday and Thursday, I am at 70 to 80% confidence on the general pattern, but 50 to 60% confidence on specific snow amounts for any given location. Friday and Saturday, I am at 60 to 70% confidence on the overall pattern, but only 40 to 50% confidence on specifics. And anything beyond this weekend, we read down to maybe 40% confidence on specifics. The pattern looks consistent, but the details will change. That S not me hedging or being wishy-washy, that S just honest forecasting. The atmosphere is a chaotic system. Small changes in initial conditions can lead to big changes in outcomes. That's why I keep asking you to come back tomorrow, because tomorrow I'll have new data that will either confirm what I am telling you now or require me to adjust the forecast. And if I have to adjust it, I'll tell you straight up what changed and why. Tomorrow's video is going to focus on finalizing the Wednesday night into Thursday snow potential, getting better clarity on the Friday into Saturday snow system for the upper Midwest and Northeast, and addressing that potential coastal storm for New England. I'll also have updated temperature forecasts, and we should start to get better data on that stratospheric warming event and what it might mean for the second half of February. I want to thank you for watching. I know this was a long forecast, but there's a lot happening and it's all connected. This isn't just isolated weather events. It is a pattern, and understanding the pattern helps you understand why we keep seeing these repeated shots of cold air and snow. If you found this helpful, if you learned something, if you feel better prepared for what's coming, that's my goal. Drop that comment with your city. I'll see you tomorrow with updated information. We re-looking at a video going up around early afternoon tomorrow, so check back.